The Blue Ridge Parkway is more than sensational views of rugged mountains and pastoral landscapes revealing the best of the Appalachian Mountains. The Blue Ridge Parkway is a testament to the men and women who worked and continue to work tirelessly to preserve its beauty and grandeur for generations to come. Over 10 million people per year visit different parts of these mountains, but for some, the Blue Ridge Parkway is more than a scenic, slow-paced drive. It's a chance to reconnect with nature and to allow ourselves to surrender our fast-paced mentalities in exchange for clean air and to experience, even if just for a day, mountaintop serenity.
So Carol and I are again on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and here's the thing. We had no intention on making a video up here, but we had a hiking excursion, and I'll include some of that video in this video as well here on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and we just felt terrible if we didn't share it with you because it was so amazing. It was one of those accidental adventures. We were going to leave Cherokee, North Carolina, and we were going to head up the mountain here and enjoy the Blue Ridge Parkway like we always do and put the video cameras up, but we just felt guilty because we were like, man, it's so beautiful up here. We got to get the cameras back out and share this, and it is absolutely gorgeous. You can see behind me. That's why the Smoky Mountains had the name the Smoky Mountains, right? Because of all the moisture that's rising into the air. It makes it look like the whole place is on fire, and thankfully it's not. We're getting plenty of rain this year, and that's a good thing. Now, I did make another video detailing the history of the Blue Ridge Parkway, or some of the history of the Blue Ridge Parkway, and there's some great images there too, some beautiful images, and we actually captured that back in February 2017. You can watch that by clicking right up here, and if you click that little link, you can go to that video. But for this video, it's the summer of 2017. Just enjoy some of the images, and we took these just for you. We're about an hour and a half away from Cherokee, North Carolina. We're actually almost to Asheville, North Carolina, and the Biltmore exits down here on the up here on the Blue Ridge Parkway. And here's the thing: this overlook is absolutely beautiful. It's one of my favorites. The name of this overlook is called Rough But Bald. There are so many things that I could say to joke about that, and I'm not going to. Enjoy. Just put it in the comments, and I'll enjoy too. Rough But Bald. Yes, that is the name of this overlook. Who comes up with these things? You know, up here on the Blue Ridge Parkway, it's pretty awesome. And here's the thing. I know that when the rain came in earlier, even up here on the Blue Ridge Parkway, it was in the mid-80s, low 80s. When Carol and I got out to hike, the temperature went from the mid-80s probably to the upper 60s, maybe even mid-60s. There was a point at one of the look-offs where it was actually quite chilly compared to the heat that we were experiencing earlier. Both of us were like, wow, it's really cold. You know, here's the thing. For the price of dinner and movies, if you live within 150 miles of the Blue Ridge Parkway and you have a good car, a good truck, whatever the case is, you can enjoy 150 miles of the Blue Ridge Parkway. And I never have understood people who love this. They watch these videos, they make these awesome comments, or they talk to me in person or Facebook, or whatever the case is, and they say, wow, that place is so beautiful. I really want to go there. And I always want to say the same thing. For, you know, dinner and movies, you put that in your gas tank, you pack a lunch, you pack, you know, a couple of Cokes or Pepsis or whatever the case is, and you can experience this for 3 or 4 hours, and it is awesome. You can even extend that and make like a picnic lunch or whatever. Experience this however you want to, but I'm telling you, this place is absolutely beautiful, and you'll remember this a lot more than you will that dinner or that movie that you're going to see. The Blue Ridge Parkway is amazing, and you know, I said we've already done a Blue Ridge Parkway video, and so why do another one? And then we get up here, we're like, okay, we're gonna have to do another video because we love it that much. Carol and I are actually on a piece of road right now that we didn't get to enjoy or appreciate back in February of 2017. If you're watching this in the future, by the way, and it's like 2019 or 2018, thanks for watching in the future. That's kind of cool. Seriously though, we didn't get to enjoy this piece of road back in February, this piece of the Blue Ridge Parkway, because it was closed. So in the event that you are making a trip up here, and let's say it's November through March, November even through May, because we've been through here in late April, and certain parts of the road are closed because of snow and ice. So you always want to check a website. I'll put links in the description below, and make sure that all the roads are open. Today it's not as crowded as it normally is because the rain kind of flushes everybody off the parkway. But I'm gonna tell you, it's absolutely beautiful. And again, the price of dinner and a movie, you could come up here and enjoy 3 or 4 hours of the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Carolyn and I shared a new adventure this time around on the Parkway. We went hiking at Waterrocknobb. Now, I keep telling people to visit the Blue Ridge Parkway, but people who hike around the Parkway will tell you that until you hike in that area, well, you haven't really experienced the Blue Ridge Parkway at all. And maybe they're right. Our experience hiking Waterrocknobb was incredible, but we did get caught in a pretty big rainstorm, but that made it even better. Waterrocknobb? Who names these things? Anyway, it was a steep hike, extremely steep, and Carolyn compared it to a stairmaster, but the views are breathtaking, and there's something about being on the mountain that's so exhilarating. For some reason, I feel alive hiking in these mountains. I tried to tweet while I was up there, but the service was too weak.
Carolyn and I are on top of the Blue Ridge Parkway. We feel like we're on top of the world. There's this cloud and rainstorm that's moving in behind us, but it is amazing. You were seeing the view like 5 seconds ago, but now the rain's coming in. It's going to wash us out, but we're going to release a video about this in just a few days.
And this is that video, and sometimes it's probably better not to tweet or FaceTime or whatever when you're having a mountaintop experience. Sometimes it's better to enjoy the moment and share that moment to the best of my ability later. I love creating videos because I love sharing our mountaintop experiences, but not all of our experiences in life are mountaintop experiences. And that's a good thing, because the valleys are fertile, and that's where things grow. Mountaintops are special but temporary, so if you're in a valley right now, I hope these video images remind you of what's down the road. But you have to climb mountains for a mountaintop experience. It isn't easy, but you can get there.
If you're a subscriber to A Nose for Life, I just want to say thank you and welcome back. We make this video content just for you. And as always, I would greatly appreciate it if you would share our video content on your favorite social media website, whether it be Facebook or Twitter, and even both. In fact, you can even share it on Pinterest. Now, if you're new to A Nose for Life, I just want to say welcome, and I hope that you like this video and that you'll consider watching our other videos as well. And if you like our videos, I hope that you'll hit that subscribe button and the little bell for notifications if you're watching this on YouTube. And I want to welcome everyone to join our Facebook page at Bill Marion Life. That's at Bill Marion Life. You can also follow us on Twitter at Bill and Carolyn. So have you ever been to the Blue Ridge Parkway? Let me know in the comments and tell me about your experience. Now, I can't speak for all of the national parks. I do know that the Smoky Mountain National Park, Cherokee National Park, they do a great job as far as road maintenance and keeping all of the look-offs perfect and beautiful. There's always rangers up here somewhere driving around, checking on people, making sure everything's okay. And I like that, so it's safe up here. As far as the road conditions and the traveling conditions, as far as the wear and tear on the road, they keep it amazing. I mean, it's always going to be good. It's always going to be great. You can't predict what the weather's going to do, but the road in itself is awesome. Also, if you look behind me here, we've got a picnic table at this particular look-off. That's awesome too, and the reason why is because this isn't like the only picnic table. Almost, I want to say half of the look-offs have some kind of a picnic table or some kind of place you can throw down a blanket on freshly cut grass to where you can have a picnic at an overlook. And of course, if you watch the other video of at the Blue Ridge Parkway, we talk about family activities and everything towards north of Asheville and that direction on the Blue Ridge Parkway. So there's plenty to do, plenty of places to eat and have a snack. So if you're on a budget and you love the Blue Ridge Parkway, you want to come up here but you're not wanting to break the bank, again, Carol and I just did the entire math, what it would cost, let's say an IMAX movie. You want to go see an IMAX movie, and again, I love IMAX movies. I just watched Spider-Man, the Spider-Man Homecoming, loved it, but to me, the memory here is going to outweigh most movies that you see. And I got nothing against movies. I love going to the movies, but for the same price as an IMAX movie and your popcorn and drinks and everything else, and again, I love IMAX, but you can come up here if you live within 150 to 200 miles. You're looking at 2-3 tanks of gas. You bring your own food, and you are seeing the most beautiful part, in my opinion, of the Appalachian Mountains. Now, the Blue Ridge Parkway goes all the way into Virginia, so I'm counting this whole chain here of mountains as some of the most beautiful real estate in North America. The reason I created this channel was not just to show you amazing images from all over the world, but also to motivate you to go have your own adventures and share them as well. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful, and so if you live within 150 to 200 miles of the Blue Ridge Parkway, I encourage you to come up here and take part in this amazing beauty and amazing scenery. And I'm telling you right now, it's actually cold up here, and we're in July, and in this t-shirt right now, I'm freezing, and the wind is like blowing me off this mountain. And if it blows me off the mountain, we got a long way to fall, because look at that, that's like a wave down there, By the way, there's a lot of animals up here too. You're likely to see a black bear. Towards Cherokee, you're probably going to see an elk or two. You're always, deer, they're everywhere up here. I can't say enough about the weather, that anytime after October, maybe even during the last week of October into November, always check our website. The links will be in the description below to make sure that the roads are open. At the Cherry Cove Lookoff here on the Blue Ridge Parkway, one of the things that you can do during the month of September, if you're able to be here during the month of September, is you can actually watch monarch butterflies migrate, or actually in their process of migration, from the north to the south. This area is teeming with butterflies, monarch butterflies, during the month of September, so people gather here just to watch beautiful butterflies. Something that Carol and I are finding just fascinating is how often the weather changes up here. We hit a rainstorm when we were hiking and the temperature dropped. At one particular overlook, it was freezing. It was absolutely freezing. And then you drive a little bit down the road and suddenly the weather changes again and it warms up. So just all of that to say this: when you decide to come to the Blue Ridge Parkway and have an amazing time up here, make sure you bring rain gear, make sure you bring different types of clothing for warm weather, for cold weather, because it can change, and not just change over a period of time, it can change from overlook to overlook. So down here in the valley, you can see that there are trees that, well, they don't have any leaves on them, and they were evergreen trees or pine trees, and they were invaded by an invasive species that kind of took over the place, and it's destroying a lot of the pine trees. Another interesting note about the Blue Ridge Parkway in this part of North Carolina, all the way over into Tennessee on the Cherry Skyway, is that pollution from the northeast actually circles back around because of the way the air currents work. And a lot of times pollution settles here, and so we end up getting a lot of northeastern pollution. And of course our own pollution here in the south, it doesn't help any. So you get a lot of pollution that settles in this area, and sometimes that can be really bad for the environment, very bad for the environment, and it causes a lot of acid to be in the rivers and in the streams locally here, which is not good for wildlife at all. I'm asked all the time, how do I feel about the environment or global warming and all kinds of things of that nature, because I'm outside all the time. And the truth of the matter is, I hate pollution. So to me, the question isn't even global warming. A lot of people believe that global warming is happening right now and we got to do something quickly. And here's the thing. Here's where I think we can all agree. Pollution's terrible. So anytime we're talking about reducing pollution, it's a good thing. Anytime we can reduce any type of toxins that are in the air, it's a good thing, whether you believe in global warming or not. And I believe that if we all could just come to that conclusion, we could live together in peaceful harmony. Yeah, it's probably wishful thinking, but I'm trying here.
And it's possible that I can keep on trying to unite people and fail in regards to environmental politics, but I hope we can agree that we should continue to protect these lands and keep them as clean and pristine as possible. But more than anything, I'm saddened that not enough people realize how important places like this are, and collectively our children are forgetting how hard the previous generations worked to see to it that we had access to these lands and their amazing beauty. And for many people watching this video, access is as simple as planning. If you need help planning a trip to the Blue Ridge, send me an inbox through our Facebook page and I'll help you to the best of my ability. My fear is that one day, this all might be gone. There are things we can control and things we cannot. For now, the best way to support these amazing places is to visit these amazing places with your family and share the experience with others. And you can begin by sharing this video with others right now on Facebook, Twitter, or Pinterest. Help me get the word out. Let's return back to the mountains.
One of the things that you have to keep in mind also when you're on the Blue Ridge Parkway is fog. When weather patterns roll in, well, it can make it very difficult to see. We've been driving for about 25 miles now on the Blue Ridge, and the fog rolled in and we've had to drive very slow. And then every now and then it'll break and you'll get these gorgeous, fantastic views. But here's a great example. I'm on Mount Mitchell right now, which is an amazing mountain for an amazing look off. But guess what? You can't see anything. In fact, you can see all of the moisture. It's kind of rolling up here. It's pretty cool. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Bill Marion, and this is A Nose for Life. Be sure to check out these other videos.